3, 2, 1.
Super friend. Sit down.
Bitch. Welcome back to another episode of Super Friend Sit Down.
Ooh, what an intro. I fucking love it.
I'm horny.
I'm greasy.
Vincent Sampoulos and Alex Bianchini. Happy Halloweiner. This week, if you're not watching the YouTube video, I urge you to do so because we are in full costume. And it is everything you've ever wanted from me and nothing at all from Alex.
Vince,
We are the definition of two very different costumes.
Yeah, Vince is the epitome of what the entire South thinks of the gays. And I am I like to think I'm a mishmash of like every 80s douchey bully / greaser, and also a combo of what I think a lot of new age stadium country people look like these days.
Stadium country?
Stadium country is like new age, like
Swift.
everything that goes through like PNC Bank Arts Center now.
Oh, so every outdoor concert where people are sitting on the grass like they're poor people because it was a $40 fucking spot on the grass.
Not necessarily. Don't knock lawn seats. I fucking love lawn seats. I'm talking like the Luke Bryans and like the Florida Georgia Lines and like that era of country.
Error.
Era.
There was an error in country music.
Johnny Five.
What is this you're drinking? Oh, look at that. You came on the table. Look at those little split splats. Split splats.
This is called the Juice Project. And it actually is. I'm not joking.
The Juice Project.
No, it's called Juice Project, yeah. And it's...
I hate that.
I mean, it's got what looks like a mad scientist just squeezing fruits. Kind of looks like Christopher Lloyd's character in Back to the Future, if you can see that. Should I be talking like a greaser? Like, should I be talking like Tony from the...
No, I don't think we should do that.
Yeah, I screwed up right off the bat.
Yeah, you're not really good at the accents and impersonations, so...
I am great. Should I talk like Little Nicky?
No,
Do you want me to talk like Little Nicky?
Please don't.
You're the devil and I'm the devil's son. Do you have Popeye's chicken?
Just say the
for
one.
me?
Yeah, just say the line. Just say it. Just say it.
Popeye's chicken is fucking awesome.
I fucking hate you so much.
So go ahead and tell me, how was your week?
No, I'm not doing that. How was your week?
My week was actually pretty eventful. I went to a 5-person Halloween party,
Okay.
which was great. I was a handmaid. I had a red cloak. I had a bonnet. Blessed be the fruit of my loins. May the Lord open. Rare. And then I went to a goat farm
Okay.
that also had pumpkin picking.
Basic.
Goats. Devils. Maybe I did a ritual. Who knows?
Ooh.
Sacrificing some blood. And a virgin.
You had your own craft. Speaking of craft, where's your pin?
Fuck, I left it in the other room. Oh,
It's okay.
I'll wear that for the rest of my life, though.
So what I had mentioned was I went to Rhode Island for...
Yeah, I had a fun week, but you had a more fun weekend. You still managed to top it.
Yeah,
You topped me, Alex.
I went...
You topped me.
Is that every dream?
Do you hear that, gays? Alex topped me. ASMR gays, do you hear it? Tell me about Rhode Island. I'm done being weird. Not really.
Yeah, no. I mean, Rhode Island, we were there for about a day and a half. If I could give out a huge shout out negatively to Connecticut, figure it out, people.
Their traffic is horrible.
God, what the fuck?
Yeah, Connecticut traffic is horrible.
Also, I do not understand. There was one point in time where we were on our way up, and there was a traffic light on the highway to socially distance cars. I swear to you. Satan. And yeah, I didn't understand. It was like a light that blinked red and green every few minutes.
I don't get it.
I did not understand it, but I hated every second of it. But yeah, Connecticut put like an extra hour and a half on our 4-hour or so drive. But we got to stay at a wonderful little house right on the water. The weather was spectacular. We went to Newport, which is like Mansion Row. I don't know how or why anyone would ever need a house or estate that big, but every single place I went to, in fact, it fits the theme of the episode. As we were driving down the road, it was like haunted, haunted, haunted. Definitely haunted. Haunted. Those houses were spooky as fuck. And they were all like colonial stone, like on the cliff, overlooking the water. Like there's
never a haunted house where it's like somebody who died 3 years ago and they're like, I don't know, the color of that paint, I wouldn't choose it. It's always like a colonial woman or some fucking guy who's like hundreds of years old.
Are we rewinding to your version of Casper the Sassy Bitch?
That would be me. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Ooh. You've been single too long. Ooh. Download Hinge. Ooh.
I can't tell if you're just taking stabs at me now.
If the shoe fits, bitch, wear it.
But what if it doesn't look good?
Throw it in the fucking garbage. I don't know what to tell you.
But yeah, one thing that made the ride a whole lot better is our friend Kristen brought her 5-month-old Frenchie Boston Terrier puppy. Oh, his name is Louis.
Bitch.
And he was adorable. And he was like my buddy.
That makes me so sad.
The first night, I mean, he's been trained to sleep in a crate, so I primarily wake up like stupid early all the time, and I can't help it.
Yes, we know.
Thank you. But I was up around like 6:45, 7, and like I got up, I was seeing if I could go and like I wanted to see like what the sunrise might have looked like. It was still pretty cloudy. It was still a little rainy, so that was disappointing. And as I came back, because I was asleep on the couch, he was downstairs and he was just looking at me. He was like sitting up and looking at me, and I was like, "Come here, buddy." And man, I put him up on the couch with me, and that little motherfucker got right in between my hip and the pillow of the back of the couch, and he was out cold, snoring. And man,
it probably cooked like a baked potato in between your body heat.
I think he wanted it because
was it cold?
Despite it's New England. I think it was like 38 degrees.
Okay.
So,
I didn't study
and as I was laying there, like I was just, I was awake at that point, so I was waiting. The coffee maker was already set on a timer. Excuse me. As time went on, he started to like noodle his way up to my, I don't know what that was, like to where like my chest and my shoulder meet. And he was just like looking right at me, and it was just the best.
I have to show you,
please.
So, in this farm that we went to, there's this little town, and in the town they have all these little shops, and there was a chocolate shop, and there's lots of things made out of chocolate. There was a turkey. There was a ton of shit.
Okay. And
there was a French bulldog.
Was it really?
Made out of chocolate.
That's awesome.
And I need you to look at this picture because it is so haunting.
It's haunting?
Of what a chocolate French bulldog looks like. Wait. This was the other one. What are these eyes right now?
Oh my God! Can you
wait,
please use one of those as our next Instagram post, please?
Yes, absolutely. When this episode goes up, I will be posting this. And
do it till like tomorrow. People need to see that.
So there was also a shop called Flowers in the Attic Gifts. Do you know anything about the book Flowers in the Attic?
I know Flowers for Algernon.
Flowers in the Attic, I don't know too much about it. I know it's a book, and there was a movie, and it has something to do with, like, people being in an attic. It's kind of like Anne Frank, but not Holocaust, if that makes sense. And I don't know all the details.
You could have left out the entire beginning description of what it was, because it's a book, and it's called this, and it's about people in an attic. It's like, do you mean the title?
It's called Flowers in the Attic, not people in the attic, bitch.
Do you mean the title?
Anyway, The point is, if you know anything about Flowers in the Attic, you know that it's not an appropriate name for a gift shop. What is wrong with people? Americans. America, do better. Do Flowers in the Attic gifts. And there's a store called The Chocolate Goat. The Chocolate Goat. Guess what they sell there?
Bottles.
Candy. But the home of the Chocolate Goat. Chocolate Goat gift shop. Chocolate Goat.
Was there chocolate goats?
I didn't go inside. I saw Chocolate Goat and I was like, what the hell?
What is so wrong about that? Are we talking about like how in waiting they would do the goat? And it's when like you pull your balls through the...
Oh my god.
But you just poop on them because it's chocolate? I don't know. I feel like we're just going to lose a lot of topic here.
Yes. All right, Alex. Spearhead today's episode. What are we diving into head first?
So, being that this episode is airing right around the spookiest day of the year, A Hallows Eve, aka Halloween, October 31st, since the dawn of existence, pretty much, we're going to dive a little bit into the history. Because it wasn't always just people getting dressed up in their sluttiest attire, going from house to house, asking for Tootsie Pops and blowjobs and shit. So,
getting razor blades and apples and heroin in a pixie stick.
right.
But I sure am glad that's what Halloween's evolved into. Who doesn't love like a little bit of threat on a holiday? I don't.
A little danger.
I don't want to know if I'm gonna live to see the next day.
You want your spooky day to be a spook.
Oh, I wonder if that picked up on there. Can you hear my neck crack, people? Oh, I've had to crack my neck.
Mine did that one time.
A lot lately. I got a new bed this weekend, bitch.
Look for you.
Look
at
for
you.
Yeah. Yes, I'd like for you to look at me. Thank you. I upgraded to a king size bed, and now I could never go back. Whoo! Once you have a king bed, you've made it. Your life is fulfilled. I could have died yesterday.
I think in my entire existence, I've had every kind of bed. I've had a bunk bed. I've had a twin bed. I've had I've had a queen. I guess I didn't have a king, but our first stay in Vermont, I had a king.
That's true. Have you had a futon, though?
No.
You lose. I win. I've had every bed.
Do you win for having a futon? That's
My futon was lit. The futon that I had in my bedroom.
okay.
It was a memory foam mattress.
Ooh.
And it opened up into a queen size bed.
Okay.
It was lit. IKEA. For the win.
It was lit, much like your standard Halloween jack-o'-lantern. Now,
Way to bring it back to the topic. I appreciate that. Dial back, yeah.
you got it, bitch. So Halloween apparently was started in Celtic times around a ritual. It's funny because it's spelled Samhain, Celtic, so Irish, primarily Irish, UK, like way back when, thousands of years, but pronounced Sowin, like SOW-IN. So very interesting. Now, the people in the festival, they would light fires and actually dress in costumes, so not very far off from where we are now, to ward off ghosts and spirits. Mm-hmm. So in Celtic culture, October 31st was technically their New Year's Eve. And what they believed is that on October 31st, the kind of like the realm of the spirit world and the living met together. So people would dress up and try and ward off the spirits to begin the new year on November 1st, aka All Saints Day. It also marked the end of the summer, end of the harvest, and the introduction to a dark and spooky winter. Mind you, when Halloween eventually made its way over to America, a lot of it came from Celtic culture, and part of it, believe it or not, I just found this out, was not only due to immigration, but immigration caused by the Great Potato Famine.
Okay. Now you got my attention. You said potatoes.
That's all I have to say about potatoes.
Well, you have my attention, so keep going.
But that's the only.
I know.
I mean, for Halloween, people can dress up as potatoes.
If you went trick or treating and somebody gave you a thing of French fries, would you be happy or sad?
I'd be suspicious.
If they were cooked hot French fries?
If they were guaranteed safe French fries,
it's lit. It's an icon. It's a legend. It is the moment. French fries.
If I went. If I went trick-or-treating and someone gave me a little thing of French fries and I knew for a fact that they weren't poison, I'd be ecstatic.
Yeah. There's never a bad time for French fries.
A funeral.
I'd still...
You'd be the one person in the background.
Do you guys have any ketchup? Yeah, literally. Absolutely. There's no better time to stuff your face than at a funeral. Are you kidding me?
There are many a better time to stuff your face than at a funeral. You sick fuck.
I'm the devil though. It's my jam. It's my gig. I love to show up to the funeral and be like, "What's up, bitches? Let's mukbang."
Are you the devil daddy? Did you watch that video I sent you?
Which one?
The one with devil daddy. He sings about coming on people.
No, I did not. No, I did not.
It's really gross.
I refuse and I won't. I'm not even gonna try to look for that. What?
It's a music video.
Trash.
Why? It's very disturbing, let me tell you.
The entire reality that is the internet is so disturbing.
Yeah. Also, if I could, and I'm saying this on behalf of the both of us, white people, you gotta calm it down, man.
They do be doing the most.
You gotta calm it down.
They do the most.
What do they have to calm it down about? Everything. Everything. Please.
And that's what really grinds my gears.
You don't need to live on Pinterest.
Oh my god.
You don't need to live on Pinterest, please.
I'm so over people with their Pinterest pages. You want to pin that to your board? How would I pin you to the fucking board, Martha? All right? Take your fucking Pinterest and shove it up your ass.
Now, you know
Take your Pinterest board and shove it up your ass.
Is the pin a butt plug? No. Oh no, will be on the way out. The way in would just kind of be like, that is a vacuum seal.
That's what happens in your butthole.
So are you telling me that I'm sporting a cookie jar?
It will suck in air.
God, I am so sorry, Mom. Anyway,
suck in air. Your asshole will suck in air. That's why when people go to the sex sent me to the ER, it's things shoved up their ass when they don't have a way to get it out because your ass just literally absorbs it.
You know what else will send you to the ER?
The who? The what? The how do you call?
You know what else will send you to the ER?
Yes.
Too much Halloween candy, which is what we're going to talk about. God, I suck at talking.
Wait a minute. I don't know too much about the histories of Halloween, but I do know that it was originally cookies, and it was trick or treaters were beggars and homeless people, and they would go around to the houses and begging for cookies, yep. And then it eventually turned into candy.
Mm-hmm. Now, one thing that I feel like has gone by the wayside as we continue to evolve into a more easily offended group of humans.
Yes.
Trick-or-treating has just become treating. There's no trickery. That's all gone. There used to be a whole song about it. Trick-or-treat, smell my feet. Oh, I guess smelling feet is a thing in your world.
I was just going to say, speak for yourself. Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat, ass. What is the rest of that? Trick or treat, smell my feet, give me something good to eat. If you don't, is something like that? Isn't there a if you don't do this?
I think it's if you don't, I don't care, I'll pull down your underwear. Wow, that song is very overtly you.
I feel validated, I feel seen, I feel heard, and now you all understand why Halloween is my favorite holiday.
Hashtag Halloween is for the number 4, the gays. With a Z.
Hashtag Halloweiner.
Now, one funny thing about that, especially since you're since you are the devil, since you are Satan, apparently when
There's a like button on my shirt.
when Halloween made its way over to America, there was a lot of pushback because it primarily made its
Wasn't
start.
slutty enough, huh?
It
can't
took
see
you.
your
It
eyes.
took you a while, but we finally got to an interruption. It was much more. There was a lot of pushback because when everyone is dressing, in costume to ward off spirits, to ward off demons, as you make your way to colonial America, everybody is pretty heavily Protestant. So there's a lot of pushback religiously in regard. And,
Witchery. Magics. From the devil.
what did you just say?
From the devil.
From the devil?
From me. Usually out of my
If have you ever seen Tenacious D Pick a Destiny?
Nope.
At the very end, even if you don't see the movie or if you...
I made it through like 15 minutes of School of Rock. I'm not a big Jack Black fan.
It's fine. At the very end of the movie, you can even just listen to the song because it's performed by Tenacious D and Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters, and it's about the devil fucking a dude.
I don't need to listen to a song about my life. I lived my life. Okay? I live my life every day. I don't need to hear a song about it. How do you think that fucking girl Delilah feels? Like, I don't need to listen to a song about my life.
Probably pretty like
Rich.
Yeah,
Actually.
I'm sure if
Hey
she
there, Delilah, what's it like with all that stack of cash that you got from this fucking song about
if I had
you
to guess
stupid bitch?
if Delilah got royalties to that song, even if it was a penny per play, she's
Rich.
huh?
Rich.
Yeah, absolutely. Love.
She's loaded like a booty hole at a bathhouse.
It's been fun, everybody. I am officially out of
Is
things.
this where we end things? Because you don't have a witty retort for me talking about cum-filled assholes at a bathhouse?
It is
Is this where we reach the limit?
It is Halloween after all. I mean, you definitely caught me very off guard with Harry Potter and the Goblet of Cum, so
One of my favorites. Do you know what my favorite porn name is?
like title or actor or actress?
Like a porn actor name.
God, I don't know.
Sofonda Cox.
It's very like Austin Powers.
Sofonda Cox. Oh, a lot of vagina.
A lot of vagina.
Oh, who was the other one?
Oh fuck.
There's a drag queen name. Her name's Penetration. And there was the club kids back in the 90s, Jenny Talia.
That's great. I love good wordplay.
We love puns.
I love good wordplay. Now, in the late 1800s, there was a move in America to mold Halloween into a holiday more about community and neighborly get-togethers than about ghosts, pranks, and witchcraft. That didn't work.
Commercialism.
At the turn of the century, Halloween parties for both children and adults became the most common way to celebrate the day. Parties focused on games, foods of the season, and festive costumes.
More capitalism.
Reading it that way makes Halloween sound super lame.
It's literally just
It's like the summarized version of that.
Same thing as Valentine's Day.
The summarized version of that little quip that I just read off is pretty much just like, we took a holiday and then took all the fun out of it, so you can...
Not the fun. We took all the meaning.
Fair. Both.
Halloween's still fun.
Yeah, but like if I could summon a spirit and have a candy apple while I'm dressed like...
Who says you can't?
Who says... I don't know. Parents...
Who says you can't summon a demon and have a fun time?
I'm here for a good time. Not a long time.
Literally, I'm here for a good time, not a long time is my life motto.
Parents were encouraged by newspapers and community leaders to take anything frightening or grotesque out of Halloween celebrations.
Have you looked in the Halloween decoration aisle lately?
I hate to say it.
It's all glitter.
I hate to say it, but where it says parents, that's definitely just white people. White people were encouraged by newspapers and community leaders to take anything frightening or grotesque out of Halloween celebrations.
White people ruining it for everybody else? I can't imagine such a thing.
There were
This whole episode is not even about Halloween. This is just an open letter to white people. Please stop.
There were Karens and Kevins in the 1920s and 30s.
Bitch, since the dawn of time, Karens and Kevin's been longer than the dinosaurs.
They're just out there doing the Charleston.
And the mashed potato, the washing machine, doing it all while waiting for the manager.
Oh my god. Now,
keep talking to me about Halloween, Daddy.
Halloween parties. To those of you watching, I'm sorry, I'm not very good at like memorizing without stuttering, as you know we've seen throughout this episode. So I am kind of reading a script. We are going to go ahead and improvise as we need to.
Yes. You're reading. I'm going to provide whatever I'm providing. It may not be funny, but
it's almost like a Mystery Science Theater 3000, where like we have what we're actually going for.
Unsolved Mysteries just got uploaded to Netflix, by the way.
Real quick.
Okay.
Talking about Netflix, I forgot to mention earlier. So after the last episode, Vince had introduced me to the TV show of Two Sentence Horror Stories, where I went home and watched the whole thing.
In one night?
It's 20-minute episodes.
I know.
And we already watched 2, so I only had to watch like 6.
Yeah.
Or 4, or whatever.
Something
but,
like that.
Man. There was a couple that I was kind of like, about.
Yeah.
But the one about the dude, like the internet dating thing, and the twist at the end with the baby.
Yep.
Whoa.
Oh, yep.
And on the topic of, if you haven't seen Utopia,
Ooh.
Man.
If you haven't seen Utopia, first of all,
That is some shit.
Utopia, if you liked The Boys, you'll like Utopia. If you like very cinema verite type shows, you'll like Utopia. If you don't want to watch something... if you
we talked about giving it a chance. I haven't even opened Netflix.
Oh.
Actually, I did watch The Cabin with Bert Kreischer. That was fucking hilarious. I would recommend
The Cabin?
Yeah, it's... The whole premise of the show is Bert Kreischer goes on like a mental health break, and he goes to his cabin out in the woods in California, and he's just supposed to go and relax, but his stupid ass is just like, I'm going to turn this into a TV show. And he does the whole broadcast like with his wife, and his wife is just super pissed at him. And the first episode, it's just great. In fact, you would enjoy the second episode because special guest Caitlyn Jenner makes her way on.
I hate Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, you'll hate the second episode because special guest Caitlyn Jenner makes her way on. But you'll love the first episode because one thing I found out about Vince very recently is that he would let Tom Segura raw dog him. Mm-hmm. And Tom Segura is the first guest with Joey Diaz.
There's a lot of men I'd let raw dog me. I'm just saying.
We're only talking about one right now.
I know, but I'm saying there's a lot. There's a long list. So like Tom Segura, you're more than welcome to come fuck me. But anyone else is also welcome to come fuck me.
This could be for the Your Mom's House episode 3, the live show where
Your Mom's House in my ass. Your mom's house is in my ass. Gaping.
Who said?
I can't. You're too fucking much today.
It's the spooky episode, and we're talking about... We're back to episode 1, talking about Zillow in your ass. By the... Fuck you.
By the
1920s and 1930s, Halloween had become a secular but community-centered holiday with parades and town-wide Halloween parties as a featured entertainment. Despite the best efforts of many schools and communities, white people, vandalism began to plague some celebrations in many communities during this time. By the 1950s, town leaders had successfully limited vandalism, and Halloween had evolved into a holiday directed mainly at the young. Due to high numbers of young children during the 50s baby boom, parties moved from town civic centers into the classroom or home where they could be easily accommodated, again ruining everything.
Halloween parties are fun.
Halloween parties are fun.
Can I tell you about a Halloween party I went to?
You can tell me everything about a Halloween party you went to.
So, a few years ago. Went to a Halloween party. Ooh. Bunch of people. Bunch of people. And I was dressed up probably with some other variation of horns. Sidebar.
Like
this
a tuba?
is like my go-to for any Halloween costume because it's so easy, it's so fun, it's so comfortable. You just super glue some horns to your forehead and put on a bunch of makeup.
Can I tell you, your hair is very Dolly Parton?
I'm working 9 to 5, bitch.
Also, when you say
These tits are just as big.
it's a different. One thing I found out about Dolly Parton, actually, super sidebar. Apparently, and if this is common knowledge,
She's tattooed all the way over.
I didn't know she did. She really?
Mm-hmm. She apparently, rumor has it, she's like full sleeves, and that's why she's always in long sleeves.
So
she will never leave the house without a full face of makeup on.
And I'm gonna actually piggyback off on that one because apparently her blonde hair is a wig,
Always.
and she's actually brown haired, but changes her appearance entirely so that way she can go out with her husband unbothered. And that's why you never see him in photos and videos and stuff, so they can live normal lives outside of them being celebrities. And I think that's just great. Good for you, Dolly Parton.
Look at Sia.
Who?
Sia, the chandelier bitch.
Oh, she's the one with the thing, the bangs.
Hides her face all the time.
Except that now people know what she looks like. Who?
He's like a gay singer, country-ish, but he wears like a mask over his eyes, and there's usually like long fringe that goes over it, so you can't really see his face. You just see his eyes and a little of his mouth. Got it.
Now, when you say you do different variations of horns, so I see like you do devil horns today. Do you go to like from devil horns to like goat horns to like French horn to
usually
like
some type of
saxophone? God damn it! I'm turning into you.
Yeah, you are. Let's just cut it off right there. Cut it off right there. I just like to do variations of horns because
cut me off before I Monica Lewinsky somebody.
You want to Monica Lewinsky somebody, bitch? Let's go.
yeah. You know what, Monica?
I'll take you to my Oval Office, bitch.
You know what else?
The king bed, girl.
You know. You know what else Monica Lewinsky did?
What?
Leave.
Goodbye. As Sammy Sweetheart in fucking Jersey Shore just goodbye. Back to my Halloween party story, bitch.
Yeah.
So a few years ago, went to a Halloween party. It was a good old time. Everyone was having so much fun. And then somebody lost their phone, and they were trying to find it. And they just asked, like, somebody they didn't know if they had their phone, and they got really offended. And a full-out brawl took place. And I was just like...
How long ago was this?
5 or 6 years, maybe? I don't know. It was a while ago. It was a long time ago. I'll tell you about another Halloween party after this one. Full-out brawl over a whole misunderstanding about someone's misplaced phone. I swear, I thought someone was like they were gonna like take out guns and have a full-out like shootout. I was ready to run.
Jeez.
And if you know me, you know I don't do that very often. Another time I had devil horns on.
Another time.
I went to New York City.
New York.
On like all like actual Halloween. This was when like I think Halloween had also fallen on a Saturday again.
Uh-huh.
And we were going.
Do you know?
Look at my breathing register there. Ew.
Yeah. Every car's subwoofer just blew out.
Because I'm annoyed with you with your undertone commentary, bitch. Shut up and listen.
Shut up and listen. Go ahead.
You're the greaser, not the country boy this time. Relax. I took a bunch of straight people to New York, and I took them to this bar called the Eagle, which is a gay bar. Let me tell you a little something about the Eagle.
You did this already.
I told this story already?
I don't know if you told this story, but you literally, the lead up is exactly the same as last time. Because last time you talked about the Eagle, you literally said, let me tell you something about the Eagle.
Let me tell you something about the Eagle.
And then somebody
Let me tell you again about the Eagle.
And then somebody got pissed on.
Okay. That's one thing that could happen at the Eagle.
That's one thing that did happen at the Eagle because you told us a story about it.
That's one thing. But
this is different.
At like 2 a.m., fucking everything's on the table, lubes out, asses up, fist deep, elbow deep, bicep deep. Bad things happen at the Eagle.
Clapping internally.
Bad things happen at the Eagle. I take all these straight people to the Eagle. And I...
Do people go elbow deep and then do like Rock'em Sock'em Robots with other dudes? Or like...
No.
Go ahead.
No. That's extreme. It's not like
That's what's going too far. I'm at least making it comedic. These people are recreationally putting knuckle to wrist to elbow to bicep to getting their lungs tickled.
I was just gonna say my fucking uvula is getting two-fingered right now. All of a sudden, I'm gonna look like I'm throwing up a hand.
Like the alien, the Sigourney Weaver.
I'm gonna say, yeah, exactly. Bad things happen at the Eagle. That's all I'm gonna say. If I've told this story already, sorry. I know I definitely told the thing about the pissing. I don't know if I told the story about straight people on Halloween though.
No,
straight people on Halloween. So sorry. This is why I don't have friends anymore.
So you hit a fork in the road. You had the same lead up to the T.
Let me tell you
something about the Eagle. But then you hit a fork. Left being the pee-pee story, right being...
Somebody could have been getting pissed on at some other point there. There was this one time that I was at the Eagle, and I went to the bathroom, and I didn't have to hold my penis to pee because some other guy held it for me.
That's invasive.
A helping hand.
Literally.
Literally. Helping hand. Bad things happen at the Eagle. That's all I'm going to say.
What happened after that?
Because what?
How are you going to... You can't just hit me with, like, somebody held my pee-pee while I peed, and then that was it?
That was it. And then I put my dick away, I grabbed my drink, and I said, "Good day, sir." And then I went back to my friends.
Was that guy just in the bathroom? Was it the towel boy? This guy just, like, stands there?
No. It was just somebody... I hate you.
Oh, God, no! What did I do?
No, that reminds me. The one time I was at the Eagle with... this was a totally different time, not on Halloween. I was standing at the bar.
Are you about to tell me something about the Eagle?
Let me tell you something about the Eagle.
Ow, fucker.
Ooh, sorry.
The chair's made of metal.
My bad. I'm sorry. There was a guy getting his whole dick sucked. Just in the middle of the bar.
Not the tip.
No, his whole dick.
Half.
Literally, lips to base. Deep throat in the house. So casual. So normal. So just run of the mill.
Was he just sitting there, or was he like walking around and somebody was just like...
He was sitting like on a I guess in like a booth at one of like the bar tables. And some guy was just getting his mouth right around it.
You know what's so crazy about that? Between 1920 and 1950, the centuries-old practice of trick-or-treating was
and
also...
that's been a gay moment with me. Back to Alex for the straight.
Between 1920 and 1950, the centuries-old practice of trick-or-treating was also revived. Trick-or-treating was a relatively inexpensive way for an entire community to share the Halloween celebration. In theory, families could also prevent tricks... I just brain farted, I'm sorry. In theory, families could also prevent tricks being played on them by providing the neighborhood children with small treats. So you basically pay kids and candy to not egg your house.
Essentially.
Or do the flaming bag of poopy. Thus, a new American tradition was born. I think so. I think that's
a lot of work.
It depends on what...
Shit in a bag and then light it on fire? That's too much. Whatever happened to... Like, just throw the egg or toilet paper.
I don't think people...
I guess in these trying times.
I don't think anyone took it upon themselves to poop in a bag and then... Like, I think they would just pick up, like, dog poop or something. And then do that way.
I don't want to
But I don't know. I
don't want to touch poop.
Have you ever done anything mischievous? Mischievous? Costumes make me stupider.
I've stolen a ton of things from a ton of stores. That's very mischievous.
I meant like in the spirit of Halloween. Like Mischief Night or so on.
No. Because you know what? Who needs Mischief Night when I could be mischievous all year?
Fair.
This pussy never stops being mischievous. What about you? What have you? Because I know you have to.
Does your pussy have horns?
Has teeth. Did you ever see that movie, Teeth?
I did see
Have you
Teeth.
seen... I watched that on a Netflix and chill date. I watched Teeth on a Netflix and chill date. We sat through the entire movie and watched this girl eat men up with her pussy with teeth. And then we said, you want to fuck? And we did.
You parked that.
And we're gay. And that's all you need to know.
You parked that Big Mac truck inside that little garage.
This episode is such a mess.
Oh my god.
Why are we like this? Oh, I can't wait for the holiday season when, like, Christmas. The Christmas episodes.
I can't wait. If I could just say thank you to anyone who's made it this far, both
Yes,
both
thank you so
both
much.
into this episode and episode 15. 15 weeks
A milestone.
15 weeks we've been doing this, which is roughly like 4.5 years of March.
Nail on the head.
This year, at least.
Back to your history of Halloween.
I don't even know where I left off. A new
1921.
a new American tradition was born, and it has continued to grow. Today, Americans spend an estimated, oh my god, do me a favor, remember Florida Man?
Yeah.
Go ahead and guess.
I saw a new Florida Man today. I meant to send it to you.
Before we lose it.
Tell
okay.
Tell me.
Thus, a new American tradition was born, and it has continued to grow. Today, Americans spend an estimated blank annually on Halloween, making it the country's second largest commercial holiday after Christmas. I think this is just your budget, actually.
150 million.
2 more guesses. Higher.
260 million.
Higher.
500 billion.
Too high.
501.
You put the devil in me.
It's not the only thing I'm putting in you.
Just call it the devil. Americans
Suck on
spend...
this bloody horn.
Americans spend an estimated $6 billion annually on Halloween.
That's not fair. How? What?
It's the whole country.
That's a lot for just the country. Y'all bitches eat this up. That's because they sell shit like this at the fucking Halloween store. This $5 tchotchke, and it's $14.99. The markup is ridiculous.
It's so funny that you use tchotchke because
it's a tchotchke.
No, I know, and
it's a Beetlejuice head, but it's a tchotchke.
And I agree with you. But when we were in Rhode Island, the word tchotchke got used, and it turned into an uproar about what that meant.
Are people that bad? Do they not use that word anymore? Do we not know how to use words, America? Words.
I think tchotchke might be one of my mom's favorite words, but she also does call you a yenta. So maybe she's just like super into.
We're in tune.
Like Yiddish and
Me
Hebrew,
and you aren't the only ones who are
Hebrew
super
slang.
simpatico, bitch.
Can you gingerly touch my tit, please?
Oh, wah, wah.
That is
Gingerly touch your tit?
tip.
Oh, I heard tit. Wah, wah.
No, I'm not trying to fart. Hit me with an ET.
I'm just not going to give you what you want. I'm not going to do it.
As if
I'm not going to do it for the vine.
As if the days have ever changed.
Find your place. Well, tell me.
Find your place.
Inform me. Wait, you never answered the question if you ever did anything mischievous.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Dumb bitch. Wait, are you trying to expose my rap sheet?
So I.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, wait.
Tell your story. Go ahead. It's all about you.
Earlier the night before the things happened at the Eagle with the Straits, we took a shot in the streets, and a cop immediately got out of a car and was like, What are you doing? What are you doing? And I was like, trying to get lit. Trying to get lit, sir. So that was mischievous, I guess, because we almost got arrested before the night even began. Sorry. I thought that was going to be way more interesting.
I can't believe you reacted the way you did for such a lackluster story. Especially when you involve the Eagle, the place that somebody was getting rock'em sock'emed and pissed on and holding your wiener, and you're like, you know what we did? Alcohol.
I don't know. I get excited over little things. Let me enjoy my life. All right, 2020's been such a fucking shit show. Let me just enjoy the moment.
Let me just reminisce to the days where I would go to the city and watch people get fisted, pissed on, and rodeoed, clowned, which is
I also found $200 cash that night.
good for you.
I went to some huge club after the Eagle. I got split up from the straights.
Was it called the Condor?
No, I don't even know what it was called. All I know is I walked 70 blocks in New York City by myself with no phone at all. And I was in really uncomfortable shoes.
Was that your casting call for Taken? Anyway.
Shut up.
So one thing, I didn't get to read about this, so we're all going to find out about this together, but the topic, All Souls Day and soul cakes, which reside in the back of my jeans. The American Halloween tradition of trick-or-treating probably dates back to the early All Souls Day parades in England.
I hate you so much.
During the festivities, poor citizens would beg for food and families would give them pastries called soul cakes in returns. Maybe that's what those little cookies you were talking about are.
Maybe.
Cookies are now soul cakes. All right. In return for their promises to pray for the family's dead relatives. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's it.
That is it?
That is it.
So you already knew about soul cookies.
Cakes.
You're right. Sorry.
I thought they were cookies, but they were cakes. Because they were like little.
Greens, beans, tomatoes.
You name it! Thanksgiving is not yet.
It's basically here once Halloween ends. The distribution of soul cakes was encouraged by the church as a way to replace the ancient practice of leaving food and wine for roaming spirits. Damn, spirits living good.
Mm-hmm,
the practice, which was referred to as...
What?
I can't wait to hear how you twist this. The practice, which was referred to as going a-souling, was eventually taken up by children who would visit the houses in their neighborhood and be given... Hold on.
Yeah, read that again.
No.
You're getting...
Hold on. No. I stopped because of the practice, which was referred to as going a-souling, was eventually taken up by children, keyword children, who would visit the houses in their neighborhood and be given ale, food, and money. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Kids and spirits in the olden times were fucking awesome.
Yeah.
The spirits are out here having a charcuterie board and wine. The kids are out here having beers and drinking, and eating, and
Did you
money.
send that to me, or did my sister send that to me? The Pizza Lunchable charcuterie board?
That was your sister.
Have you seen it?
No.
Keep talking while I find that. Oh my god.
The tradition of dressing in costume for Halloween has both European and Celtic roots. Hundreds of years ago, winter was an uncertain and frightening time. Food supplies often ran low, and for the many people afraid of the dark, the short days of winter were full of constant worry. Ghouls, ghosts, and goblins. On Halloween, when it was believed that ghosts came back to the earthly world, people thought that they would encounter ghosts if they left their homes. Pause.
Bitch, that's a charcuterie table made out of fucking Pizza Lunchables.
That's amazing, actually.
Like, it's lit. I need to stop saying that. Sorry, everybody. I'm being very
Where
white.
is this coming from?
I don't know.
It's the devil.
The devil's in me. The devil's in me, the devil's been in me, and the devil's going to be coming in me more.
Apparently the devil is lit. To avoid being recognized by these ghosts, people would wear masks when they left their homes after dark so that the ghosts would mistake them for fellow spirits. That is some cool shit. Blending in with the enemy.
Also, just a reminder, wear your fucking mask. Hello, don't get taken by a demon.
There you go. You know, that's a good way to put it. Can you imagine that's what kids are being told? Like, Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to wear the mask. Like, well, if you don't, they're going to take you. Who's going to take me?
If you don't wear this mask,
demons.
Papa Legman's going to come and he's going to take you to hell and he's going to make you work for him for years and years and years and you're going to become a soul sucker for the rest of your life if you don't wear this fucking mask over your goddamn nose, Stacy. Do you understand me?
Papa who now?
Did you not watch American Horror Story, Coven?
I just didn't hear you say it.
Papa Legma.
Got it. Okay. I don't know what I thought you said. On Halloween, to keep ghosts...
On Halloween.
On Halloween, what Stacy would do is keep ghosts away from their houses by putting bowls of food outside their homes to appease the ghosts and prevent them from attempting to enter. Which is what you don't do with your butt. Anyway.
I don't eat food, and I enter butts. Yes. Me. A bottom's guide to Halloween. Do not eat the food. Don't eat the food.
When you knock on the soul door, and the soul door answers back.
Let me just take a minute to absorb what the fuck you just said.
Oh man,
Disgusting. We're fucking vile human
we are.
beings.
But you know what? There's actually a song I listen to, and when the lyrics are, what is it? When you look into darkness too long and it stares back, and
Me looking into an asshole.
when you look in the soul door and it answers. When you knock, and it goes.
Macaroni in a pot. Sounded good pussy. That's the sound it makes. That's it talking.
It's a great sound whenever you don't do it. Now, one last thing as we make our way towards the end, as we make our way downtown, walking fast, spookies past, and they ooh. That sucked. I hate me. No. It's not that part. Then the Halloween theme song starts playing. And I need you.
They did the wop. The monster wop. The monster wop.
Macaroni in a pot.
The monster wop.
DJ Cummerbund, we love you.
Yeah, I love that version. So good. If you haven't heard the Monster Mash WAP cover, like mashup thing,
Oh god,
oh, educate yourself.
it's perfect Halloween. Also, one thing I saw on the internet in regards to WAP, it does not mean wings and pizza. So
Unless you're Lardy B. Didn't I send that to you?
no,
Alex.
bitch.
I didn't play Wings and Pizza for you. Now I know what we're doing this episode's over, y'all.
You know, I'm wearing glasses. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with the.
You can hit me with that, and I'm gonna hit you with the I wear my sunglasses at night.
I'm not gonna continue so we don't get sued.
Instead of at night.
I am.
It's probably super helpful with the lights, though. Lighting is a bitch when you try to do video.
I wear my spectacles at dusk. That way, I can look. Song written. Anyway, the next topic I wanted to go into
Is
black cats and ghosts and how they became a Halloween thing.
a what?
Thing.
I hate you with every fiber of my being.
Listen, my voice is super boring, as kind of like radio-esque as it is.
I agree.
It's super boring, so I have to try and make it at least mildly interesting, which is why you're such a good benefactor, because you're much more projectile and also much sassier than I am.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah,
You're goddamn right.
The last episode that
We know I'm the star.
The last episode that premiered, so much so that I said episode.
I wasn't gonna point out your flaws, but
God,
why not?
I suck today, man.
I've
the humor is here. The humor is here, but the pronunciation is here.
Humor's here. The illiteracy. The illiteracy is up here, though. The illiteracy is up here.
Halloween. Do we even continue at this point?
No. No, let's wrap it up.
Oh my god! Wait, before you know what? Black cats and ghosts, they're all fun and good. But one thing I found very, very interesting, and I think that you also were curious about, is definitely Nick Cage's sex scene in The Rock. What a horror story!
Yeah, what a horror movie that was.
Oh man! Halloween matchmaking and lesser known rituals.
We'd love a good.
I'm
Halloween
very
ritual.
curious.
Have you ever done a ritual?
We just talked about the seance thing.
Did you? Oh, that's right. You did do that, but that's different.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about like
killing something?
killing something, blood oath in the woods, in the forest.
I'll tell you what, I'm killing pronunciation tonight. I'm gonna summon the ghost of Miss Frizzle.
Miss Frizzle. Oh, she's gonna take you on the highway to hell. Or just. Did you ever see the vine of wherever they are? I don't know where they were, but they're like, "What's that?" And the girl's like, "Girl, that's a booty hole."
I did. And I actually remember that episode too.
What were they in? I don't remember that.
They were in the human body, and I think they were going through the intestines.
So it was a booty hole.
Not quite, but probably. I mean, the digestive system does eventually lead there.
Girl, that's a booty hole.
Anywho,
Ghosts, black cats, demons, matchmaking.
the matchmaking thing, that's where we're at.
That's all of
But
my
what
Tinder
about
bio.
the Halloween traditions and belief that today's trick-or-treaters have forgotten all about?
I hate you.
Many of these obsolete rituals focused on the future instead of the past and the living instead of the dead. In particular, many had to do with helping young women. Why am I talking like this? In particular,
Honestly, I wish
many
you'd
had
stop.
to do with helping young women identify their future husbands and reassuring them that they would someday, with luck, by next Halloween, be married. In 18th century
Probably
Ireland.
not, though.
In 18th century Ireland. Ireland.
Ireland?
I can't do an Irish accent.
Ireland.
In
I don't
18th
either.
century Shrektown, a matchmaking cook would bury a ring in her mashed potatoes on Halloween night, hoping to bring true love to the diner who found it. Oh,
Why would you ruin mashed
Shit.
potatoes with a fucking ring?
because they could be the best mashed potatoes for anybody. See what I did there? Mashed potatoes. Yes, I did it. I'm back, motherfucker. In Scotland, fortune tellers recommended that an eligible young woman name a hazelnut for each of her suitors. You would have so many hazelnuts.
I'd have so many nuts.
You'd have people busting hazelnuts. I can't do it. Oh, God. In Scotland, fortune tellers recommended that an eligible young woman name a hazelnut for each of her suitors and then toss the nuts into the fireplace. You burn those pagan things. God, this is going to get so overtly gay and I can't wait.
Yes, give me the demon dick. Yes.
Well,
give
no,
me the
it's
demon
not
dick.
even that. It's what I know you're going to do with it.
Okay. let me get ready for this.
The nut that burned to ashes, rather than popping or exploding, the story went, represented the girl's future husband. So the nut that burned instead of popping was the nut that the suitor was named.
My pussy pops so severely, I don't need a nut to burn. I need a nut. I need the nut. Need the nut.
The story went... Oh, I'm sorry. In some versions of this legend, the opposite was
I
true.
feel so bad for what people had to do before Tinder. Oh my god. And Grindr, like poor matchmaking. Like you literally had to do rituals to call for a lover.
Dude, approaching people is so nerve-wracking, let me tell you.
Well, yeah, because you're like, hello, hi, my name is Shaniqua Shablam, and
How'd you know my name in high school?
I just want to find a lover who wants to sacrifice this goat on All Hallows Eve, but, like, it's so hard to find someone without, like, scaring them off. Like, I just have a chalice full of blood and no men to help.
This is universal in springtime as well.
If you can't find fresh blood, store-bought is fine. If you can't summon the flames of hell fresh, store-bought is okay. Do you know that one? Have you seen that meme? I love
think
Halloween
you showed me
memes.
that one. In some versions of this legend, the opposite was true. The nut that burned away symbolized a love that would not last.
I would actually believe that.
So the nut that quits...
Can't last, two pump chump. Pff, fuck that.
I was trying to find
Trying to get a nut that burns all night long.
a nut that quits. It takes shits. I don't know. Another tale had it that if a young woman ate a sugary concoction made out of walnuts, hazelnuts, and nutmeg before bed on Halloween, she would dream about her future husband. That's weird.
Or just masturbate.
To dream.
Fantasize about someone. Don't like...
I think masturbation was frowned upon back then.
Let me tell you something about people. They're so fucking lazy that they would rather do a fucking ceremony and get some nuts and some nutmeg. Nutmeg. Eat it and be like, my husband's gonna come to me in my dreams tonight. It's like, no, Maribel, why don't you go to the fucking town meeting and say hello to a suitor? Get rid of your social anxiety and just say hello.
Both of the things that you mentioned sound like they take tremendous effort. Why don't you go home and scientifically...
There's so many things I would rather do than have human interaction.
Scientifically concoct this dessert that'll make you dream about your future dick, or you can go talk to someone.
What are the ingredients? Nutmeg, hazelnut, and what?
Blood. Hazelnuts, walnuts, and nutmeg.
Hazelnuts, walnuts, nutmeg. You know what that is? That's fucking allspice up in this bitch. They're telling you, put some pumpkin spice on your pussy and your man's gonna come to you at night. Pumpkin spice on your pussy and your man's gonna come to you tonight.
Is this like 2020 Cinderella where you click your heels together?
You click the two nuts together really quick and you hear the nuts in the shell.
Oh, young woman tossed apple peels over their shoulder, hoping that the peels would fall on the floor in the shape of their future husband's initials. Hold on,
I know that
hold
one.
on, hold
I
on.
knew that one, but I saw it done differently. With the apple, the woman holds the apple and cuts a slice of the apple and falls in the water, and then the water warps it into the shape.
Interesting.
But guess what? An apple peel is always going to fall into the shape of a C. Do you know what C stands for? Cock.
Or cunt.
Or cunt. That's what your soulmate is. A cock or a cunt. Hello.
Or chrysanthemum.
Or a croissant. Yum.
You almost made me drop my croissant. So this is structured very interestingly. So I'm just going to read this over again. A young woman tossed apple peels over their shoulders, hoping that the peels would fall on the floor in the shape of their future husband's initials. Tried to learn about their futures. Oh, okay, I see what they're doing here. They also tried to learn about their futures by peering at egg yolks floating in a bowl of water and stood in front of mirrors in darkened rooms, holding candles and looking over their shoulders for their husbands' faces. That's terrifying. They would voluntarily look for spirit faces in a dark room.
They would rather do all this magic, all these rituals, all these sacrifices, and all this shit, instead of being like, hey, Tom, like, I like your hat. Your goat's kind of cute. Do you have the fattest pig in town? Let's get, like... What? You can't marry a man without a fat pig. Have you never seen Holes?
Is that before or after the fat pig? Are you talking about literal pigs or peepees?
Pigs. Like, actual pigs. Like a pig. Not everything I say is a sex reference.
How would I know that? Everyone thought the same as me.
You never saw Holes?
Meanwhile,
it's like, who's got the fatter pig? That's my husband.
Meanwhile, I'm over here thinking like, hey Tom, you have a nice hat. I like your brooch. Do you want to get coffee sometime? And you're over here like, let me see that fat pig, motherfucker.
I gotta make sure this family's eaten. Because after you eat this ass, I want some bacon.
See, there it is. Oh my god.
You didn't know that about like the big pig? Like, you need a fat pig. Whoever has the fattest pig offers it to the dad, gets the daughter.
Knowing you, I was expecting it to just be about dicks. And you know who else thought that? You know who else thought that?
Anyone who listens to this. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
joke's
on all of you.
If we could perform,
because here I am.
If we could perform a Billy on the Street style, where if we ran up to people and be like, after you heard this sentence, is he talking about actual pigs or dicks? I guarantee you at least 95% of those people.
Ma'am, for $1, name a dick. She's not answering. Madonna's left testicle. Moving on.
Oh my god. That was great.
Sir, for $1, name a politician whose nudes leaked.
Ooh. It's Rita Rudner, you gays! And just runs off. Or whoever he was with that day. I don't know. But God, I fucking love Billy Eichner.
Another man who can raw dog the house.
Who was the other? It was Billy Eichner and John Hamm that you were like, you would want to be rotisserie styled by them or something.
Can I tell you a little something about me? There's a list longer than a CVS receipt.
You just want people to turn you into Swiss cheese.
I'm just a squirrel looking for a nut.
Other rituals are more were more competitive at some Halloween parties. The first guest to find a burr on a chestnut.
Who?
B-U-R-R. I actually don't know what that means.
What is that, like an imperfection?
I guess. Or maybe like a certain...
On a chestnut?
Or on a chestnut hunt. So maybe it's like a...
A chestnut hunt? No, they're hunting the wrong nut. Wrong nut.
Maybe on the chestnut hunt there's just an orgy.
They went to the Eagle.
Oh my god. Other rituals
Are you hot in this jacket?
I
right
am
now?
on fire, and I'm so happy we're I'm so
You're
happy.
wearing this giant leather jacket the entire hour we've been
It's
talking.
so insulated, and I am like a turkey in here. Other rituals are more competitive at some Halloween parties. The first guest to find a burr on a chestnut hunt would be the first to marry. At others, man, people really wanted to fucking get married back then. At others, the first successful apple bobber would be the first down the aisle.
First successful apple bobber?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever actually played bobbing for apples.
Do you think that you... I would suspect that you'd be a champion at it.
I don't know. I'm going to have to play a game and see. However, I'm great at bobbing for dick.
You can suck a golf ball through a hose. I'm sure you're fine at
There's
apple
a lot of
bobbing.
things I could suck through a hose.
You know how when people take cherries and they tie like the knot with the stem?
I
The
could do that.
stem, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I
know,
feel
I
like
could
if
do
you
that.
I feel like if you did that, you could like take that cherry stem and just pull out like an entire cursive sentence. Like you could do that, you just sit there like
No, this one little cherry stem goes in my mouth, and then out of it is like a whole slew. It's like it's like when you cut the paper and it's the people. That's what I could do with my tongue.
I
And a
belie-
cherry stem.
I believe it. Of course, whether we're asking for romantic advice or trying to avoid 7 years of bad luck, each one of these Halloween superstitions relies on the goodwill of the very same spirits whose presence the early Celtics felt so keenly. Those Celts, man, they got
So
some
do
weird
some
shit.
rituals and get yourself a husband.
This is
Notice
very-
how it's women who are always doing this, never the man. Women have to jump through hoops to get a husband.
Well, that's,
Men are just like,
I'm here.
you want my fat pig? I got this fat pig. I've been feeding it for months. Take a look at this fat pig. Marry me for this fat pig.
Tune in next week where we have a different location for where we do the episode.
Yes! Next week's episode is very exciting.
Where-
We're going to my tattoo artist's brand new tattoo shop.
Where is it?
Concrete Tattoos in Elizabeth.
Okay.
We're going to be going on location. Spooky season's over, so it's time for us to get back to some real hard-hitting journalism. Not really.
By that, he means we don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we're going to figure it
No,
out.
we're going to talk about tattoo artists. We're going to talk about tattoos because you have tattoos, I have tattoos, he has tattoos, and he's done tattoos.
That's a topic I can get down with. Oh, man. I have a lot of shit that I can research about this.
Yes.
Cool beans. All right.
Ooh, daddy.
Well, it is currently October 19th. When this episode premieres, it'll be October
28th.
28th. We hope you have...
The spookiest of Halloweens.
The spookiest
The
of
safest of
Halloweens.
Halloweens. If you're looking for nuts, be careful.
Don't drink too much of the concoction.
Don't go to the Eagle.
Or do go to the Eagle. It depends what you're into.
Don't drink too much of the what?
The sugary concoction. The walnut, hazelnut, nutmeg. Don't put...
I just heard concoction.
Of course you did. Don't put too much pumpkin spice on your pussy. And you know what?
Pumpkin spice on your pussy. That was
That was good.
good. Pumpkin spice on your pussy.
Oh, PSL turns to the PSP. Everybody have a great evening.
Happy Halloweiner.
Happy Halloweeners.